Right, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect, back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Another epistle about praying and, of course, fasting combined with that prayer being we need it now more than ever. We see the signs of the times through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And one way that we quote unquote get things done, through the spirit is through that communication, which is that prayer, man. All right, we're gonna ask the Lord for certain things through the spirit, protection, provisions, etc. And it's very, very important that we're praying now more than ever, to myself first and foremost. And we have to have faith. So if we don't have faith, we need to be praying for these things. We need to be praying for the Akim or Akwath, man, the Lord's remnant, and praying also, putting up curses and praying for the downfall of this place so that we can hopefully inherit that promise, man. All right. This is the book of Isaiah 58, and we'll start at verse 6. Is not this the fast that I have chosen? All right. And this is a reason, if you will, or reasons why we should be praying and fasting. Okay. To loose the bands of wickedness. So the bands of wickedness that has us in this captivity, that has our people in a state of confusion. We want to fast to get that demon of confusion, all right, fear, except fear of the wicked, all right, off of us, to undo heavy burdens and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke, man. So there it is. We are definitely oppressed. We definitely have heavy burdens, and we definitely are, bound by much wickedness here on this earth. But, you study to show yourself approved, and you should know the benefits, if you will, of praying combined with fasting, but ultimately, communicating to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai what we need. All right. The Father knows what we need before we ask him, but we ask anyway through the spirit and power. All right. Obedience towards Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Let's go to the book of Luke. Well, no, let's start at Matthew. The book of Matthew, 17 and verse 21. Concerning let me go up. I started verse 18, and Yahweh shall rebuke the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured that very hour. Then came his disciples to Yahweh shall apart and said, why could not we cast him out? All right, so all right, this child has a demon upon him, and the Lord's disciples couldn't cast that demon out, and Yahweh shall did. And now that the disciples are asking the Lord, why couldn't they do it? All right, and Yahweh shall said unto them, and this is the reason why, because of your unbelief. All right. For verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Okay. So there it is. The Lord is teaching his disciples about true faith, man. All right. And we're gonna need that portion of faith, man. Now, and definitely when it becomes physical, a physical manifestation upon the earth, the prophecy that we are speaking. Okay. And verse 21 is the point. Howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. So, amen. We understand not only as it relates to the work of delivering demons off of people, but we have spirits that get upon us, man. All right, that jump upon us, man, that afflict our souls as well. And we have to know how to get those demons off, man, how to battle, all right, in this spiritual war. And praying combined with fasting is very, very powerful. Thus saith Yahweh Shai, man. Howbeit only some of these demons, all right, some of these spirits, all right, some of these tests can only be conquered through prayer and fasting. There are a lot of different types of fasts, man. You have what, they call the quote unquote, especially in the Christian world, a Daniel fast. And as an example of what our brother Daniel did when he only ate, fruits and vegetables and such. All right. You can go on a water fast where you're not eating any foods. You go on a juice fast, man. But of course, the most powerful one would definitely be that, going without food as it relates to a Yahushua in those 40 days that the Lord fasted, as well as Moses. All right, in the 40 days that he fasted. Look at some of our brothers before they went to battle, when they were incarcerated. I think I have a few precepts on that, but it was always prayer, and definitely when it was really really time to level up, if you will, it was always with that fasting combined, man. And great amazing things happen. I mean, look at Moses. All right, he received the 10 commandments after that 40 day of praying and fasting, man. All right, how much more should we be coming in that spirit? All right, and it's going to be given to us through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema, the duration. All right, on what we're actually praying for. But if you feel like you are chosen or want to be chosen, that goes back into that giving diligence to make your calling and election. Sure, the Lord commanded his men to go out on the highways and byways, but it just doesn't stop there. All right, it really is what you're doing when the camera's not on, when we're fighting, this fight that people don't see, and we don't go out in public and things like that, and boast in our prayers and look at me, and the Lord teaches about not using vain repetitions, man, like the Muslims do, praying 3 times a day with the same old cadence and things like that. We let the spirit guide us and lead us into what to pray for. Sometimes your prayer can be quick, sometimes it may go on for hours and hours, you see. All right, but we need to be praying now more than ever, being that we're seeing, oh man, this is the beginning of Jacob's trouble. And it always hit different, doesn't it, when reality set in. It's easier said than done. We're talking and talking and talking, but when it really happens, it is definitely more intense than it is just saying these things. All right, I'm gonna go to the book of Luke, chapter 5 and verse 34. And he said unto them, can ye make the children of the bride chamber fast while the bridegroom is with them? All right. And at this time the bridegroom was with Yahushua was with his men. And then of course we know that Yahushua left after he completed his work and made that sacrifice for the hopeful elect. And Yahushua says, but the days will come. All right, so he's speaking about future events of future time. All right, when he was upon the earth. All right, when the bridegroom shall be taken away from them, and then shall they fast in those days. And of course, as soon as Yahushua completed his mission, hey, this is the time that we're living in, up all the way, from when Yahushua made a sacrifice. Hey, the apostles would fast, often, just like now, more than ever. We're coming in the spirit to realize, hey, we need to pray more and fast more. We're getting ready to go into battle, ladies and gentlemen. This is it, and it's going to get physical here pretty soon. So again, all the things that we're saying, we actually have to meditate and realize that we're actually going to be living, this out through the spirit. I went back and I'm going back, I'm going back through the Bible, from beginning, and I'm gonna try to, through the spirit, go through it. And I'm on, the historical account of, Noah's faith, man, and how really meditating on how horrific that was, a horrific experience. Sure, there was a beautiful side of it, the protection, but seeing everything perish upon the earth, man, and the flood waters coming, the same thing, man. These flood waters of the great tribulation are coming, man, and the Lord is warning us, man, through the prophets, and we have to meditate on that, and again, pray and fast, man. So hey, you meditate, you inquire, to Yahweh Shah through your own faith, when and how you should fast. Again, there's all types of fast, man. All right, I'm not gonna tell you, hey, just do it this way. That's given to you, per your faith through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah. All right, and we'll stay in the book of Luke, and we'll go 21 to verse 36. So what should we be praying for then? Of course, a number one thing, man, Watch ye therefore. So we're supposed to be watching, and when we watch, we can, line things up with prophecy. And that's the importance of the watchman. All right. Day and night, we're watching through the spirit. All right. And pray always. And here's what we should be praying for: that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all, not just some, all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. So we want to pray that we're worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass. Man, the Lord prophesied famine, war, pestilence, disease, drama, paraphrasing. But that's what he prophesied, man. Earthquakes in diverse places in Matthew 24th chapter. So we need to be watching for signs of those times. And we see, hey, we're in those times now, man. All right. So we're gonna pray to be worthy, and not only for our individual selves, but as the Lord's hopeful elect as a whole, man, both brothers, sisters, and children alike. All right. And we're praying, and we're fasting at times, man. Often, we're praying every day. Matter of fact, let's see. Let's go to the book of Psalm. Here's an example of when to pray. One may ask when. All right. This is Psalms 5 and verse 3. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning. So, what we naturally do through the spirit, and what every brother and sister should do as soon as they wake up, man, praying, which, ultimately giving thanks, all right, reverence to Yahweh Shem Shai, that, the Lord woke you up. They do that, claim they do it, but in the Christian world, but of course, they're praying to an idol. They don't know what they worship. They don't know who they worship truly, because they're still calling upon idol names which don't exist. All right. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Yahweh. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. So a first thing, man, to protect ourselves from the the wiles of the devil, we want to before we leave the home, we want to, say first and foremost, thank the Lord for waking us up, the Akim as well. All right. And we want to pray for protection, for ourselves and the brothers before we get out in them streets, man, out on the highways and byways, doing whatever it is that we have to do in this captivity. All right. No longer can we afford to leave our house, without being prayed up, man, especially seeing what's going on now. You could, leave your house and, and never come back, man. You could be, put to sleep, or you could be rounded up, man. And we are in those times where, the enemy is coming like a madman, sparing none. All right. Let's go to the book of Daniel. Let's see how Daniel did it. And as an example, these things were written for our understanding. Daniel chapter 6 and verse 10. And it reads, Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed, and gave thanks before his God, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, as he did aforetime. There it is. We're seeing, we should be praying in the morning. Now Daniel is showing us, he's in a certain situation, okay, and he's praying multiple times a day, 3 times, this historical account. So, how much more should we be praying now that we're at the end of the book? Many men have desired to see, what we see, and live in the times that we're living, this great tribulation preceding the second coming of our Lord. Malak means king in the Hebrew, Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. So multiple times a day we should be praying, through the spirit. And I can't stress that enough. It's all going to be given to you through the spirit. But in relation to giving diligence to make our calling and election sure, seeing how tragic these times are actually going to be in, and we want to be in that spirit, all right, of being on fire. All right. And giving diligence to make our calling and election sure. And again, it's not just about, doing these videos or going out down the highways and byways. Oh, sure, that's the bulk of it. But hey, man, this is a way that we show our faith and give diligence as well, man. And the Spirit's going to lead you to pray for. It's going to have you praying for protection for yourself and the Akim, those provisions. We're praying for those provisions now. And we're letting the Lord know, hey, through the Spirit, through our actions, we believe in prophecy. We believe that, the Lord Lord is about to F things up, if you will. And we are praying, hey, Lord, please remember us, remember us. And that's why we want to have these works that follow our faith. We don't want to be just hearers of the word only, but also doers. All right. So we're acknowledging these high holy days and in our holy days. We got the Passover coming, the Pesach. It's a lot of Israelites that's not going to even acknowledge, that has no idea what's going on. And every man, of our nation is supposed to be observing this Passover if they, claim themselves to be, believers and followers of Yahweh Shai, again, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And then we'll see that historical account again of Moses in the book of Exodus 34 and 28. And it reads, and he was there with Yahweh 40 days and 40 nights and did neither eat bread nor drink water. Good gracious. So Moses went on a straight up dry fast. I didn't even realize he didn't drink water for 40 days. He didn't eat or drink water. And that was a spirit. Come on, man. It was a huge event, and brothers that have a gift of faith, which we all do, now the Lord gave us different portions of that faith, but we should all have the faith of a mustard seed for sure. So we're all going to fast. Now some brothers the Lord gave more faith and they're going to fast longer, all right, and more intensely than other brothers, man. And that's just like how some brothers have starting with, look at the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, how the Lord gave them much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And some brothers don't have, that level of discernment, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding like the apostles. But again, that goes into the gifts, man. All right. Study to show yourself approved and learn about, the certain gifts that the Lord gave his men. And we all move as one body. All right. And all striving for that salvation. But just an example, all right, and I finished, and he wrote upon the tables the words of the covenant, the 10 commandments. So again, Moses got those 10 commandments. Face was shining. And after that sacrifice of not eating and drinking for 40 days. Okay, so these are examples, man. Let's go to the book of Second Esdras of when to fast and how long. Again, it's all given to these men through the Spirit, and it will be given unto you if you are one of the Lord's hopeful elect. The Spirit's going to lead you when and how long to pray and fast, man. All right. But again, just being on fire, trying to show the Lord that we really want this, man. Second Ezra 5 and verse 20. And so I fasted 7 days, mourning and weeping, like as Uriel the angel commanded me. And after 7 days, so it was that the thoughts of my heart were very grievous unto me. So, hey, we're seeing these different numbers, man. All right. We're seeing 3 days, 40 days, 7 days, man. Again, it's just showing you that our brothers in faith in different or diverse times fasted and prayed to Yahweh Shema Shai, man, weeping. All right. Again, what are some more reasons that we should be praying? We'll look in the book of James, man. There it is. James 5 and verse 13. All right, and it reads, is any among you afflicted? That should be all of us raising our hands. Let him pray. So we're all afflicted. So we should be praying naturally, all right, because we're afflicted, and we're wise enough to see that we are afflicted. You see, a lot of 2/3 of our nation, they're comfortable here, settled on their leads, so they don't think they're afflicted. They're starting to see, that they are oppressed. All right, so they're not praying, for deliverance, man. All right. Is any merry? Let him sing psalms. And again, if the Lord wake us up, they give us another chance to fight. We should be, not happy to be in captivity, but thankful in a merry spirit. So guess what? We're going to sing songs. We're going to give praise, all right, to Yahweh Shema Hawashai for waking us up. And again, seeing the things around us, we got a roof off our heads. We should be giving thanks. And being wise is very important. You should know how to serve your Lord, and you should know that the Lord has angels that is worshiping him holy 24/7. All right, so we should know that this is something that the Lord loves. I'm not worthy, because I probably will go crazy, you understand me, because I'm not holy like Yahweh Shai. So I mean, Just think about something, 24/7, man. It would probably bug you out. You couldn't handle that, man. But obviously the Lord, has it so he loves to be worshiped. All right, he loves to be praised and worshiped, man. So we're gonna give just as much praise as we can. Thank the Lord for a car. Thank the Lord for ability to earn wages. All right, in this captivity. Thank the Lord for a house. When you turn on your faucet, hot and cold, the ability to make it hot and cold in your home. We want to thank the Lord because all this is going to be in jeopardy here pretty soon. So we want to, do these things and hope that the Lord is going to remember us when he takes it all away from the earth, and he's only going to deal with that, remnant. All right. Is any sick among you? We're all sick. We're all sick. Let him call for the elders of the church and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. And it says, and the prayer of faith shall save the sick. And we want to be saved, man. We're all sick. We're all afflicted, and we want to be saved out of this. So we're going to pray, to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, and the Lord shall raise him up. And if he have committed sins, they shall be forgiven him. And of course, Yahweh shall make that ultimate atonement for the sins of the Lord's hopeful elect. All right. And we have to come in that faith and obedience. Faith without works is dead. So if you believe, you're going to be obedient to what the Lord say. Because again, the Lord said he didn't come to destroy the law, but to fulfill. A lot of people think it's the other way around, or the Lord then just did away with the law, and he didn't. All right. So acknowledging the law and trying to keep it to the best of our ability, and the reason why we say that is because we're in captivity and in his flesh. It doesn't give us liberty just to do what we want. A weak ass nigga will hear, to the best of your ability and just do whatever he want, man. All right. No, that means you're going to put forth a decent effort, man. And when you do slip, all right, and we should be slipping a lot less. All right. We're making less mistakes as we progress, or you're not progressing. Okay. And that's just how it goes. All right. Let's go to the book of Acts. 12 and verse 5. Peter therefore was kept in prison. So Peter is locked up at this time in prison. He locked down, but prayer was made. There it is again. But prayer was made without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. The Lord commanded us, so we should be praying as much as spiritually possible. Okay. Ceasing of the church until Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah for him. And when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between two soldiers. So Peter's locked down and he's sleeping between, two guardsmen, bound with chains. So he chained, shackled up in between two soldiers. So look at the amount of captivity and bondage that Peter's in. And the keepers before the door kept the prison. All right. Between two soldiers in there with him. All right. Chains. All right. And then, there's guys on the outside of the door. So they got Peter on it, heavy watch, man, heavy surveillance, man. All right. And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison, and he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, arise quickly. And his chains fell off from his hands, man. There it is. And that's, that's the type of faith, and that's the type of diligence that we need to have now more than ever. And we have to have faith because, the Lord prophesied persecution is coming. Some of you shall be cast into prison, and some of us are going to be martyrs. So we want to be able to know how to communicate, to our power. And it starts now. All right. So again, we should be praying without ceasing now. That way it'll be just a natural reaction. All right. When we're in those dire straits, man, hate that, nobody wants to be in dire straits, but we are men first and foremost, not women and children. So we're going to deal with the harsh reality that is this Bible, man. The Lord prophesied, bad things to come. The Lord say, if ye suffer, with him, we'll reign with him. And if you don't, all right, you're not going to reign with him. If you're ashamed of him, he's going to be ashamed of you, man. So we are not ashamed of the name Yahweh Yahweh Shah, to the point that we're professing and confessing this name, amongst the heathen and amongst the wicked right in front of their face, because we have faith. And that's a good sign, man. If you are able to teach, if you are able to learn, if you are able to receive this, that is a sign that the Lord may be dealing with you, and you may make it to some extreme glory, my dog. My brother. All right. And let's go now. Let's look at some of the the bad side of this, for the wicked of our nation, man. And it's gonna come a time, man. See, we still are in a grace period, man, because the prophets are still there, so people can still learn and inquire and fix themselves through the Spirit, man. All right, but it's gonna come a time where the Lord's gonna turn his face away, from the wicked, man. He's only gonna be dealing with that remnant, man, that hopeful elect. All right, that did what he said before he snapped, because the Lord is a jealous power, man. He you can't play the Lord. The Lord is not mocked. A lot of our people are mocking the Lord that way because they think, oh, I'll just do what I want, and if it does get crazy, the Lord will just get me out of these situations. Dude, we're teaching y'all how the Lord really is, man. That He's gonna flip out. I'm telling you. That's what you think, because people think the Lord is all love, etc., and they don't really believe he's gonna flip out again. He said he's gonna destroy this earth by fire. Again, study to show yourself approved. I'm going back through the Spirit, looking at that historical account of Noah and how the Lord, flooded the whole earth, man. All right, people think they understand. And the Lord said he changed not, man. All right, we're the ones that be changing. All right, the Lord, hey, he's going to do it again, man. If he say he's going to bring a famine and plagues and pestilences, then that's what's going to happen. In John 9:31. Now we know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai heareth not sinners, plain and simple. But if any man be a worshiper of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and doeth his will, him he heareth. There it is. And the Lord say, if ye love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, feed my sheep, man. All right, so there it is. He won't hear sinners, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel are not covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai. If you knew, study yourself approved, you should know, how we got to this point, man. Starting with the creation up until now, and that when Yahweh Shai was upon the earth, getting ready to make his sacrifice during that time, there was a lot of individuals of our nation that said, hey, let the Lord's blood be upon him. Now we're seeing the manifestation of those families, all right, those descendants and those actual spirits that are back today that was against Yahweh Shai, mocking the scribes and Pharisees. All these people are counted with the sinners, all right. And then there's that remnant which we hope to be a part of. All right, but as far as the sinners go, the Lord said he's not going to hear those sinners, man. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. 5:25. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. So those sins, man, and iniquities have have hid us from Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashai, man. All right, and up until now, here in recent years, the Lord done woke up that remnant, man, and he's letting them come back and understand things, man. The rest of the nation of Israel, they're gonna be blinded, and who cares? They didn't care about none of us anyway. Starting with Yahweh, our power, our Father, and His Son Yahweh Shai, they didn't care. They were upon the earth receiving benefits and have not known, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And I'm telling you, man, the Spirit's upon me, and going back through this Bible, starting with the book of Genesis. And let me tell you, man, the Lord gets very, very janky, very, very quick. If you don't have the Spirit, you will never understand, the depths of the book of Genesis, man, because the Lord, he's throwing, man, just like how we understand the powers was with Yahweh Shai creating the earth, man, and that there wasn't a literal, they taught us Eve ate an apple, and specific with that apple too. Don't lie. Come on, man. As time progressed, they'll be like, oh yeah, we never said it was an apple. Yeah, nah, I know for sure that's exactly what they taught us in school, that Eve ate an apple, and man, it's low level stuff, man. And I'm not, if the Spirit dealing with you, you're really gonna understand what the Lord is saying, from the book of Genesis all the way up to Revelation, man. All right, it's man, the Lord deep, man. And if it's not for you, you're not gonna really understand. You're gonna still think like a child or a woman, and like that this is all about a woman eat. Now the principle remains the same. Absolutely. The principle, and that's great for a child to understand the principle. Child shouldn't, you mean, have to understand the depths of the scriptures, man. But yeah, the principle of the Lord say, hey, don't do something, and they did it. Okay, so that is the principle, and we're seeing and we see the the effect of how the Lord curse them. And man, it's deep, bro. I'm talking about it's deep in the spirit. And if you want to learn, mysteries, all right, the deeper things, and a lot of people don't care. All right, a lot of people don't care. They only want, prosperity gospel, man. Only the Lord's hopeful elect and certain men are gonna pray for real wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. Because it takes time. You got to study to show yourself approved. You actually have to read. You got to research all these things, and your average man ain't finna do all that work. All right, so that's another good sign if you desire, some of the heavier things of the scriptures, man. Yeah, we start off with the milk as babes, but when we should all, as men of the hopeful, elect, especially of that hopeful 144,000, desire the deeper things, man. There are mysteries written in this Bible, and of course there's mysteries that hasn't even been revealed unto us, man. Eyes have not seen, ear have not heard the things Yahweh Shema Shai has prepared for them, that love him, man. All right, and we want to experience the deep mysteries now, man, because we see it getting closer. And guess what, man? Hey, the Lord is gonna give it to he's gonna give it to us, man. All right, he's gonna sup with us, and you're gonna really understand what he went through, because we're getting ready to go through it and drink of that cup. So Yahweh Shai is pouring his spirit upon us first and foremost to understand what we're part of. And I am talking about that hope for 144,000, because we're getting ready to drink of that cup that Yahweh Shai drunk of, man, of persecution, lies, and goddamn physical pain. All right, because it's always easier said than done. But again, it goes back to preparation. We want to be prepared, and until because it ain't just going completely down yet. All right, we still have time to prepare. And how do we do that? Through prayer and fasting. All right, and I could go for days. I got pages and pages on prayer and fasting, man. All right, and I'll leave it at this then, because I could be here for quite some time. But hey, let the spirit do what the spirit do. All right. But I'll end it at this. This is Isaiah 62 and verse 6. I have set watchmen. Those are the prophets, the ones that are watching, all right, and praying always to be worthy to escape these things, all right. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, all right, Jerusalem, Israel, okay, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence, and give him not rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise upon the earth. The true Jerusalem, the true Israelites, not the ones that's of the synagogue of Satan. All right. So the Lord is teaching us, hey, he has set up watchmen, and guess what? Here in these last days, day nor night, there's men, crying and doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Shai, praying and fasting and edifying their people and rebuking their people day and night, man. You can catch, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and all the brothers that follow them, you and the sisters as well that speak of these things that she knows, and utilizing wisdom, of course. Hey, but those sisters are coming in that report. I'm sure, like, a sister, and just the same thing, not coming in a lot of teaching, but you think a sister that believes in this is not going to try to at least attempt to tell her family about, the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. So it's all a part of that, man. The fruit that's produced by the work, man. Everyone is holding their peace day nor night, and sisters are praying, themselves, in the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. So this is a time that we're in now. Hey, look at the internet. You can catch videos coming all day, every day. And when brothers are asleep on this side of the world, hey, brothers are awake on the other side, scattered, and still coming in the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, praying, fasting, and teaching, man, and rebuking. All right, and that's in the spirit of preparation. All right, so we just have to remember that, do it now more than ever, and be actually, again, doers of the word, not just hearers. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Until next time, Shalom.